Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is your PTA coach. Good evening to all of you. I thank you guys for joining at this time. We have a few things we're going to cover in musculoskeletal system. And a quick reminder, we have an exam coming up in October, okay? We have an exam. That's the last exam for the year. I'm talking about the state board exam for a lot of you who will be taking the exam this year. There's one coming up in October. Now, a lot of you took the exam last week, okay? This is for July, of course, the 8th and the 9th, and we are expecting those results very soon. Okay, guys, if you see my laptop shaking, it's because my laptop is on my lap. Okay, that's why it's kind of shaky and stuff like that. But a lot of you took your exams on the 8th and the 9th, which is last week, and we look forward to getting those results, I believe, by this week, Wednesday and Thursday, we should have the results. And like I shared with you guys earlier, you get your result, you passed. I am so happy for you. If you did not pass, it's not the end of the world. We will re-gear, re-strategize, and get this because I know we can all get this. I talk about standing on business all the time, and that's exactly what I want all of us to do. Okay. So tonight I have a few questions that I want to share with a lot of you. And give me 1 second. Let me make sure the audio and video that everything is okay and good to go. And then we'll go from there. Give me 1 second. Let me just check everything out and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. And then we're going to dive straight into the questions for tonight. Okay. And if you have any questions about my workshop, I talk about the workshops all the time when I go live for the most part. I host workshops where I help all of you who are currently getting ready for your exam to get through the process of crossing. I always use the phrase cross the bridge. I hope a lot of us cross that bridge so we can take the exam and pass, right? So if you have any questions about the workshop, what it's all about, what we do, and you have extra questions, just send me an email. It's AKALUSO, the number 40 at gmail.com. Or you can drop a message right here in my channel. Just drop a message and then I'll make it possible for us to communicate and then take it from there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can dive straight in. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can get the window that I need. I believe I need this window. So we're going to share this one. I hope it's the right one. 1 second. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, so let's drive and dive straight in. Let's look at question number 12. A PTA is treating a patient 2 days after an uncomplicated total knee arthroplasty. Which intervention is most appropriate to help reduce post-operative swelling and improve early mobility? Is it A, high resistance quadriceps strengthening? Is it B, ice elevation and ankle pumps? Is it C, prolonged knee flexion positioning only? Is it D, deep friction massage over the incision? Now, I share with a lot of us that when we're going through these questions, pick out the key words. Let's just pick out the key words real quick. It's post-operative swelling. Okay, let's highlight that. And we're trying to improve early mobility. Let's highlight that. Also, what is involved here? This is a total knee arthroplasty. So when we get to the exam, you will notice that they always ask like, what intervention is most appropriate? They might use the word most. This next question we're going to talk about here is going to say best next choice. Okay. So always pick out those key words. Now, just from my experience, guys, and I'm not adding more to this question, just from my experience of treating a lot of patients that have been through knee surgeries, there's a couple of things that I look out for when I go to see my patients. Okay. I expect to see inflammation. Okay. I expect to see that because they just had this surgery. I expect to see or notice a lack of range of motion in that joint. Well, in this case, the knee. There might be issues going on with knee flexion, knee extension, whatever the case might be. I expect to see something like that. Okay. So, in my case, what will be the most appropriate post-operative swelling and early mobility? I want you guys to check out these answers. Okay, once again, I don't give away answers. Okay, if you've been to my workshops and stuff like that, I don't give away answers easily. I feel like all these questions we go through, these are all learning moments, right? These are all learning moments. So I want you guys to go through this and figure out which one is the correct answer. Okay. Let's go to question number 13. A 68-year-old patient is 10 days post total knee arthroplasty and presents with persistent knee effusion, a 15-degree extension lag, and quadriceps inhibition. The incision is closed and there are no signs of infection. Which intervention is the best next choice to improve active knee extension during treatment? Now, once again, you will notice that all these options look like they're right, okay? But throughout our studies of being in PTA school and applying our knowledge to questions like this, it will help us to answer this question, right? So is the option A, high load resisted knee extension and sitting? Is it B, neuromuscular electrical stimulation to the quadriceps with quad sets? Is it C, deep transverse friction massage over the quadriceps tendon? Is it D, passive long duration knee flexion stretching only? Now, I brought you guys these two questions for a reason. I've told you guys a lot in my workshops and also here that there are so many ways that they can ask you about a certain pathology, right? So in this case, we're still talking about the knee, but we're asking about the knee in different ways. Now, let's pick out the keywords real quick. Of course, is a total knee arthroplasty, so we're just going to highlight that quickly. We also know that it's a persistent knee effusion. Can anybody tell me what this is? Can anybody tell me what a persistent knee effusion is? Water buildup. Does it sound like edema? Yes. That's the way I understand it, right? Now, what is the best next choice? Best next choice to improve active knee extension during treatment. Okay. So notice they say during treatment, guys. Okay. So let's just highlight that. All right. So once again, this will help us a lot when we're going through practicing for these questions and being able to pick out keywords and also the process of elimination. Okay. If you ask me right now about number 13, first of all, I'm not going to be choosing A as my choice, right? Why? Because this patient has swelling in their knee, okay? And the last thing I want to do, or the last thing I want to do really is work on resisted knee extension and sitting. I mean, it already has a fluid buildup, so why would I be doing that? Okay. Why would I be doing things like deep transverse friction massage over the quadriceps tendon? So I want you guys to sit back and I don't have the book here, guys, but any book that you use to study, okay, or any website, I want you guys to check out total knee arthroplasty, okay? Total knee arthroplasty. I want you guys to just take your time, read about the procedure, right? Read about the physical therapy intervention. What is important at that point? What are we working on at that point? If they just had a surgery and it's 2 days out or 10 days out, what is the focus? Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. So I want you guys to review that. Okay. And when you come into the workshop, okay, when you come into my workshop, give me 1 second, guys. When you come into my workshop, I dive deeper into the things how I want you guys to go about this to help you increase your chances of getting this answer right. Okay, so the exam is coming up in October, right? We all know that, and I would encourage a lot of you, if I was in your shoes, exactly 3 weeks from today, we need to take the practice exam. I'm not just talking about this topic only. I'm talking about all the 5 sections that we are expecting in the exam. 3 weeks from today, I want all of you to attempt the practice exam. Some of you might be doing like the Pete, that's fine. Find a practice exam out there that is comprehensive, that has 180 hot questions, and go through it. Those practice exams will reveal the truth of the truth of the truth. It will tell us where we stand today, or well, at that time, and what we need to work on. Okay. So once again, I just want to bring this to all of us tonight. I want you guys to go back and review total knee arthroplasty. Review it, read about it, read about the physical therapy interventions, and also another thing, anatomy and physiology. Guys, we have to know what makes up the knee joint. I want you guys, I'm not going to give that away. There's three bones that make up the knee joint. I want you guys to go search that up. Why do I say this? Once again, we have to be prepared because the FSBPT tells us that they will be asking well-structured questions. So anything that has to do with the knee joint is fair game. That's just what I think. Me being in your shoes at this time and studying, I'm thinking, okay, they could be asking me about total knee arthroplasty. They could be asking me about interventions. They could be asking me about things like anatomy and physiology. So I'm going to prepare for everything. They might be asking me about the nerves that innervate that joint. I need to know that. So I want you guys to have that mindset when you're going into your studies this time around. Just know that there's different ways that they can ask you about the same thing, the same pathology. There's so many ways that they can ask you so many questions. So we have to prep for that. Okay. All right. So I'll stop here for now. Tomorrow, I plan on going live again, most likely in the morning, if possible. I'll go live again and share a few things with a lot of us. If you need information once again to get a hold of me, you can send an email to akaluso, the number 40 at gmail.com. That's akaluso, the number 40 at gmail.com. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. Let's see here. Let me stop sharing the screen. I think we're done with that for now. Okay, great. So as I stated earlier, a lot of us took the exam last week. That will be the 8th and the 9th, and we're expecting our results this coming week. I believe before Thursday, we should all have our results, and the result will say either pass or fail. And just like I shared with you guys earlier when I was on the road, when you get your result, it's going to say pass or fail. If it says pass, I'm so happy. I'm rejoicing with you. I'm celebrating with you. Now it's time to get to work. If it says fail, it's not the end, right? What I encourage a lot of you to do is don't pay for that report. You have a chance to pay for a report that will give you like a breakdown of how you did. It is not disclosed questions, of course. I would suggest you wait a week. Okay, after 1 week, you can get the report for free. It will give you a breakdown of the different sections, how you did, and stuff like that. And it's a very good baseline, okay, for us to work out of, because now I know, okay, this is how you performed on the exam. These are the things that we need to work on to get you to cross the bridge. And of course, when I say cross the bridge, I'm talking about all of us getting our license, passing the exam and getting our license, okay? And all these things are possible. I did it, right, years ago. And I know all of you can do the same, but it takes that mindset. It takes us studying correctly, reviewing correctly, and knowing how to approach this exam. I've used that phrase so many times. This exam, it hit different. I truly believe it does. And so we need that well-structured approach to go in there and pass this exam. All right. So yeah, we'll stop here for tonight. I appreciate you guys joining, and I look forward to talking to all of you tomorrow. Have a great evening and stay blessed. Bye-bye.